Welcome to On the Chain. This is Jeff here with co-host Crypto Queen. What's going on, Crypto Queen? What's going on, everybody out there in the On the Chain community? Looking forward to today's show. Although there is a little bit of a crisis alert, obviously some tensions heating up in the Middle East. Two things have happened. One, crypto prices are being driven down. Maybe it's a buying opportunity. Maybe it's really just another bear cycle. And get ready for higher oil prices as the tensions unfold. We're going to talk about that and a lot more as we get back. And we might even talk a little bit about Ripple and XRP because there's some things going on with both of those. Crypto Queen, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's kick
I'm
this off.
ready.
All right, let's go.
Welcome to On the Chain.
All right, welcome. Hey, it's good to have you on the show. Co-hosting here, taking the spot of Chip. So looking forward to having Chip back on as well. He was on with us yesterday. That was really great. It was a surprise. Wasn't sure he's gonna was gonna get back into it, but hopefully everything will be worked out here come Wednesday. Looking forward to that. But really great having you on today. We had a great show when you were on. What was that? That was already a week ago.
Yeah,
Time
it's
is
great to be
flying by.
here. Great to be here again, Jeff. Yeah, it was a great show. Thank
Awesome,
you for
awesome.
having me again.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, so I want to dive into it. We have a lot of great things that I want to dig into. Some great things, some not so great things, because we are in a crisis mode right now that's going to start reverberating on a global scale. Over the past 24 hours, there's been a lot of discussion over World War III and pending looming major escalation of conflict in the Middle East on the heels of the Iran launching of 300 drones and ballistic missiles aimed at Israel. Obviously, 99%, as the news had reported, of those missiles and drones were actually taken out due to air defense, which is a great thing. Things could have been drastically worse. So now pending response, but that seems to be having an impact. Already discussion over oil prices going up and crypto prices dropping. And so that obviously is a big concern to everybody here. How are you seeing things over in Australia as this unfolds?
Well, I actually don't watch mainstream news, so I go to X for most of my news. So I've been tuning into lives with Mario Nawfal and watching what's been going on through there.
What do you think the feedback is so far though in Australia?
Ooh, well, I think that what might occur is that we will see you know, we'll see higher oil prices. So, that'll drive it up there as well.
So, yeah, so this is definitely something that we want to pay attention to. Pulling up, I just want to show in kind of reference to everything that is happening right now. Let me pull this up real quick.
I mean, for me
Eh,
personally, it's devastating, Jeff, to see what's going on.
Yep. Yeah, and one of the things that we've seen over in Iran already, there's long lines waiting for gas to fuel up. So I'm gonna pull this up because I want to show kind of, and it's hard to tell whether or not the crypto market is responding directly to political crisis or if the crypto market is just being the crypto market. And that's one of the things that I'm going to pull up. And actually, there was a post from, let me see if I can get it here. There we go. So this is kind of where we sit right now in the crypto market, and things were a lot worse yesterday. Potentially responding, potentially not responding. But here we sit, with Bitcoin currently at 65,000, Ethereum at 3,100, and then we have XRP hovering around 50 cents. Yesterday, I believe it was as low but as 44 cents, but maybe I wasn't seeing it right. Maybe it was 48 cents. Obviously, the market has trended downwards a bunch, but I don't know that it's really a massive downturn. Seems like it's a corrective downturn. Thoughts on that?
Well, I think we're going to see another corrective downturn as well, possibly. I mean, at this point, it's all speculation. I've just seen some comments in the chat. Thanks for your comments, Megan. No, I'm not don't have economics or politics. I live in Australia and we have a different landscape here. So in terms of that, Jeff, in terms of what you're asking me, like if I, look to people that are in the industry, I think that this has had an impact. I think that we could see a further impact on a price downturn before, possibly this week, even before the Bitcoin halving. And again, it's just my personal opinion. I am no expert. I'm just speculating.
Well, I believe the entire market has been really propped up on speculation. And now we're also kind of getting into a new period of time, and we kind of reference it a little bit, and we've seen some interesting development in terms of the building infrastructure, which is something that you're kind of alluding to also in terms of development in the space and seeing exactly how do we develop the crypto space. And there's a lot of new people coming in and developing the space. There's some, OGs in the space that are building and developing. The one thing that I find that is really important as a baseline is that people are seeking out new projects. They're finding potential problems that can be solved through blockchain or through cryptocurrency, and they're seeking out the those that might have the technical prowess to help orchestrate and build it. One of the areas that I've seen it seems to be growing and trending. Australia always seems to be a little bit ahead of the curve. Obviously, there's some development within the XRPL. There's some new proposals that they're discussing from lending to some other proposals. And actually, Panos had a post, and I'll pull it up here in a little bit. What is your take on this in terms of? I want to focus in on building because I really think that building in the space is really the impact of what can potentially drive the market and move it from speculation to an actual functional. Uh,
Yeah, I think we see if we have more builders, we see more adoption. And again, it's all speculation. But if you have more builders on the XRPL, so in terms, we had the AMM bug fix this week. We saw that go live again. We also had this options trading that Panos is talking about, the lending protocol. So that has yet to be passed, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
that is not. No, it's more of a proposal. Let me pull it up. Yeah, because I think this is important. Yeah, let me see here. All right, here we go. So let me open this one up, since you reference it here. So this is Panos. He's talking about options are a great hedging and risk management tool for all market conditions. An XRPL native options protocol is an amazing feature that the XRPL ecosystem should have. The proposal is already live. And here he posts here a beginner guide on option contracts, the best risk management tool that most people are not aware of, and how you can make money or protect yourself against any market condition with low risk. Now, I don't have any issue with people that option trade. I think if you know what you're doing and you're trading options, you could probably do really well. But with it, there could also be a lot of risk. I believe that if they open up option trading, and like you said, you could potentially mitigate some risk. You could hedge your risk. However, you're taking potentially even more risk where it could wipe people out, where they could go potentially to zero, trading options if they don't know what they're doing. I find that as we kind of enter into this DeFi trading space, so to speak. I think that we're going to see more people getting wiped out, because they don't know exactly what they're doing. But then also, so you take a novice to go and trade options. You take a novice or someone even, that's somewhat educated, and you start trading options into a speculative asset. Uh, I don't know how you can forecast and really risk, and try to defer risk on any market condition within the crypto space, since nobody really knows what's moving the markets up and down specifically. I mean, you can forecast a little bit. You have YouTubers like Blockchain Backer and others that understand how to read charts. But I think if you compare that to traditional stocks that are backed up by company economic demographic data, and actual balance sheets, then you can take all of that criteria in terms of, if they have a hit or a near miss to forecast it, profit or loss, or whatever it might be. You can kind of gauge where a stock may or may not be going, and then there's all sorts of algorithm to try to figure that out, and then maybe try to mitigate your risk a little bit. Maybe you try to hedge a little bit, and buy and get into option trading. I find doing it in a speculative space to me is a little bit too scary at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite a long thread that Panos has provided there with quite comprehensive information. And he does go through the difference between futures and options. He also has a link to the proposal, which is available in GitHub. So, if anyone's interested in reading that proposal. But he goes through the types of crypto derivatives, he goes through futures and contracts, and how the options, looks for people, and what to expect with the XRP price,
Yes. Yeah, I'm glad you brought it up. So here's the problem statement. The current XRPL protocol provides a robust and efficient platform for transferring digital asset and currencies. However, there's a growing demand for more advanced financial instruments, such as options, which are not natively supported by the XRPL in its current form. Options are financial derivatives that give buyers the right or obligation to buy or sell an underlying asset at a predetermined price within a specified time period. The lack of standardized protocol for creating and managing options on the XRPL protocol limit the functionality and potential use cases for the ledger. So I kind of agree. You want to start building it in. The good thing about the XRPL is that it has a lot of native capabilities that can allow for the development. Right? It has the native DEX. It has the native FX. So you can really it's built in. The fundamental technology is there to allow for the exchange of asset. And so all of this stuff can be done. I mean, it's kind of a brilliant structure to allow for some of the things that he's mentioning. Which would really be, people want to get into. They want other financial derivatives. They want to have more opportunities. They want to have more capabilities. They want it to be more like trading stock. They want to be able to hedge. There all these things that people might want to do, but again, this is all great. Hey, let's build all this in there, and then allow people to get wrecked even further, because they don't know exactly what they're doing. They go in there and I see futures contracts, and I see some other traditional financial product that's being offered on some platforms. Like I think I saw, future contracts and things like that on Bitrue. We don't have access to most of that in the U.S. market. At the bare minimum, and I think what is okay for a lot of people that are coming to the States, because even in the stock trading, it took me a long time to learn about options, and I still won't trade options. And that's just me.
Yeah.
I don't feel confident, but I know a lot of people that do, and it's a great tool for risk management. And I know people that have made a lot of money trading options, but I don't feel comfortable with it personally. But that's
Yeah.
me.
I
But
mean,
then there's
Let's just touch on like the last 2 days, the liquidations that occurred and the posts that I've seen. There was one particular one where a guy lost, $1 million in Pepe, and the impact that that has on the mental health. So I guess in terms of that, like if you don't know contracts or, derivatives or future contracts, then don't play in that arena. Make sure that as Matt has said, hedging is a great tool set as well. You don't want to be, it's stressful too, right? So, buying the real asset as opposed to playing in that, if you are not educated around that or don't have experience in that, I think, is super important to make sure that you're looking after your mental health in that as well, so that you're not getting liquidated around, a massive amount of USDT or USDC.
Yeah, yep. So, with all of this, and this is all coming in, I think what we're seeing is we're seeing the the aging of the space, right? It's moving it's not anywhere near adulthood yet, but it's trying to get there. It wants to be legitimized with all the different financial product that we have in in current the traditional economic space, stock trading space. Here it'd be more, maybe it's more FX like, but some of the things that, and this is what Matt is saying here too, traditional GDP generating businesses aren't enough to continue growth. I think we're kind of reaching a point where we have an opportunity right now on a global scale with blockchain based technology, blockchain based businesses to actually improve GDP. We can improve the bottom line, right? Just the bottom line of many different countries. A lot of developing countries, you could be a game changer for them as this technology is available to be built on, from a builder's perspective, right? And that could be anywhere. It could be Australia. It could be over there in New Zealand, which isn't far for you guys. It could be somewhere in Africa. It could be Latin America. It could come out of the Middle East. Come out of Europe. Could come out of the U.S. But there's a lot of opportunities right now, and I think that those opportunities, entrepreneurship doesn't require a background necessarily in the specific business that the entrepreneur is pursuing, right? The entrepreneur doesn't necessarily have a college, isn't necessarily college educated, uh, doesn't necessarily have the fundamentals in economics, doesn't necessarily have the fundamentals in global politics, but the entrepreneur that builds currently in different spaces, you find it's an individual that has an idea, that has seen a problem and has found a solution to the problem. And that will then allow for an entrepreneur that has the idea to then seek out others. Maybe the entrepreneur has the technical prowess to build the product or whatever it might be, however it might be constructed, whether it's a digital or physical product. Maybe they don't have that, but they have the vision. They bring someone, they can bring their vision to reality. Then they're able to then shop that vision, that now they have a product. Maybe they raise money for it. Maybe they're able to build it and start selling it, whatever it might be. And that's the start of entrepreneurship. And that's the beginning of a business, right? Where they now have a product that is sellable. I think there's a lot of uh, kind of
Can I add
yeah,
to
go
that?
ahead. I'll get your
Yes.
feedback on that real quick before I go on. Yeah.
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 So to add to that, like to be an entrepreneur means that you have innovation, and you don't necessarily have to have a university education to be an entrepreneur and to innovate and to be successful in this industry. So, I
A
know
lot
a
of
lot of
industries.
people that, pardon?
In a lot of industries.
Yeah. And so, like, you know, I've come from an education background. I've been an educator myself with university degrees. It doesn't mean that you need to have a university degree to succeed in any arena. So, you know, we see a lot of people who have, like you said, the vision, the innovation, and then execute that and become really successful. And I think it's important to remember that there are people who have capacities to do this without being formally educated.
Yeah, to that point, I talk about it a lot, and I did go down that path, of going through university and then went on to graduate school. The one thing that taught me is that what you end up buying from a university is that university isn't for everybody. It doesn't help stimulate business ideas or entrepreneurship. I think there are some universities, maybe at Harvard or at Yale, that might help stimulate some of the entrepreneurship. There's different business programs, but that they're kind of far, and few in between, that actually do that. The majority of colleges are selling a piece of paper, and they've told people that when you get that piece of paper, you're going to get a job, and you can get a good paying job, and then from that perspective, now they have a good paying job, and they're and that's it. But you're basically at the college level, you're getting a lot of times regurgitated information, meaning that university professor has never really had a real job outside of university. And I'm not going to critique the teaching at a university level, but they've never experienced real world, real life, and they've never experienced entrepreneurship. They've never experienced sales. They've never experienced sales growth. They've never experienced the trend of a business and the up and down cycle of a business, trying to build a business. And many entrepreneurs in this space, and that's why, I think it's so critical, because there's people that are out there right now that have an idea, and they feel maybe they don't have enough education. Maybe they feel they don't have enough background in this idea to bring it into fruition. And you can watch shows like the Shark Tank and some of these others, and you see the people that come up with these amazing solutions to problems. The one thing that Chip and I talk a lot about on this show, though, is that you have uh, projects, and I believe we still have some of these projects out there that are solutions that are in search of a problem versus an actual solution to an existing problem. And that's the differentiator between a more mature market and a more immature market. When we finally get to a point where these projects that are solutions in search of a problem don't really exist, and they'll find it very difficult to exist. And so, if you go back to like the dot-com era, for instance, the dot-com era, there he is.
Sorry, guys.
Hey,
Running a
Chip.
little bit late. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, what's going on? You came in just in the middle of a college educated rant.
Well, that's good. Let me get
So
in on
just
that. Go
just
ahead.
to be clear,
We're
because
talking
I'm
about entrepreneurship and all these great things.
Yeah.
It really, I think this is key. Now, go ahead. Sorry, I was
no, that's all right. It's great to see you, Chip. I'm glad that you've jumped on.
Running
jump in
late.
on this, Chip. Jump in on this.
It's been crazy. What's the rant, dude? What are we ranting on?
No, we kind of went down this trend of building in the space. The idea
Yeah, right.
is that you don't necessarily have to have a college degree. You don't have to necessarily have a background in what you want to build. If you think there's a problem and it's a real problem, and you have a real idea with a real solution to the problem, that's the beginning stages of entrepreneurship, and
Yeah, it
trying
is.
to build something around it. And so that's like the block sometimes is, and we've come up with some interesting ideas. We have an amazing project, and sometimes it doesn't have the right time. Sometimes you need more technical prowess to get it to the next level. Sometimes you need to consult with somebody. Maybe you need to bring that person on board to help you bring it to a reality.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. I mean, so yeah, I had a startup, was written up in TechCrunch, was several times, was an authority figure, and it was a brand new area that I really hadn't really worked in. And what came down to it was the fact that, again, none of us, it was I had two partners in London and one in Australia, actually, in Sydney. And I had never met Mark, who was in Sydney, but I had met Imran and my other partner as well. So we were doing this and this is kind of was the impetus for me getting into crypto because of Bitcoin, because that's how we were self-funding it. And we were just too early. We were too early on something that it was a cruise app that got rave reviews. Everyone loved it, and we were going to get acquired. And 3 months into it, they took a different direction. But again, you have to start, the bottom line. And we talked about this. Remember, there's a panel discussion, Jeff, you and I sat in on at the Wave of Innovation, the XRP, Gold Coast. And part of it was you just got to start. And it goes down to what you said. If you have an idea, you say like, well, what if? Because it always starts with like, wouldn't it be cool if? And then you look for that if and you don't find it anywhere. You're like, has anybody built this? You got to start asking around on X. You start looking around to see if somebody's built it. And chances are somebody may have. That happened the other day. I actually watched somebody say, hey, what about this? I've not seen anything like this. And a guy said, well, there's an exact, because it was a company that they wanted to pay for everything with crypto. And he said, well, there's already somebody doing that. He's like, oh, interesting. So that's kind of how, I see it as you got to start somewhere. I've had some successful startups. I've had some dismal failures, but sometimes you're too early. Sometimes it didn't work. But that's why, Jeff, the one that you and I started as an idea 2 years ago, and we had an MVP, we were getting an MVP built by a Dutch company, and we were getting there. I think now the tools are in place to kind of execute on our vision for what we originally saw. And it was a problem that you and I had both run into, and it's probably time to get that back on track. But that's how it is. You have to start. And the best part about it is you don't have to know the answer. And if you go like, well, I don't know how to do this, well, you'll be wondering for a long time. But if you start talking to people and sharing your idea and your possibility, hey, this is what I'm thinking about, and somebody else comes in, or you find a co-founder, you find someone that has that other side that you're missing, and that's how it gets started.
Eloquent.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay, thank you. Good night.
Good night. That's all we have.
Thank you, and good night. We'll see you guys later.
Chip, you brought it in. I was going to go on my professor rant. I started with that.
The professor rant?
Crazy. The whole thing with the college education. Yes, people like getting a college education. I went down that path, but some people have this idea that building an entrepreneurship is somehow found in college. All my experience, my real world experience, came from working in business and sales and grinding from the bottom, and then figuring it out. That's where the real world happens. And now I'm seeing, there's some amazing sales influencers, and there's one actually, we're at a sales conference just recently, and I didn't know who this guy was. We're sitting out on the patio, 11 o'clock at night. We just got done with dinner. I brought a bottle of Balvenie 14.
Nice.
And, with the new sales guy, we're sitting out on the patio, looking over the golf course at the Doral, drinking the scotch, and then had to go back inside and just, by happen chance, came back through the lobby. And I was going to talk to the front desk. I turn around and he's talking to somebody, and he introduced me. He goes, "You're not going to believe who this guy is." And I can't remember the guy's name. It's really bad. It just happened like 2 days ago. But he's like,
doesn't matter.
You're not going to believe who this guy is. He's got like 10 million subscribers on YouTube and Instagram. He's a sales and his track of sales. The guy got into sales when he's like 18 years old. And he tells the story of how he kind of snuck his way into the sales shop. And now he's an influencer all these, 10, 15, whatever years later.
Find his name. I'm sure I'm subscribed to him.
I'm sure you are.
I'm subscribed to every sales guy. So I know
I love these stories, man. I love all these stories. It gets me,
Jeff, this is it right here. Matt LaRoche says, it all starts while having a beer with mates at an Irish pub. At the top of, what was the name of that mountain?
Tambourine.
Yeah, we were at Tambourine. And I thought of both you guys when I was exiting Montreal, and I was like, there was a pub that Jeff goes, there's a pub right around the corner from you. Yeah, there was there was a pub around the corner, and I was like, I never got to it, but my colleague went there twice, and I'm like, you went there twice, and you didn't tell me. So anyway, there was one at the airport, and I did get some fish and chips and a couple pints, and that was nice. A nice way to sort of
dude,
cap off the week.
the pictures that you sent me from the airport looked better than 99% of the fish and chips that you'll see anywhere else. That
telling you, man,
perfect
it
pour,
was-
that Guinness.
It was authentic, Jeff. It was authentic, and I was like dying. I was like, this is the best I've had in a long time. Look at this
In
right
the
here.
airport. In the airport.
In the damn airport. Look at that.
Freaking amazing.
Yummy.
Look
That
how
was
good
some-
that looks. Look how great that bar is too at an airport.
I mean, it's incredible, right? Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I was sending Jeff pictures. I'm like, I might stay here a little longer. I might just kind of like some of the gobbling. I was a little like
That's so
gobbling.
funny. At first, I thought you were at the duty free. I'm like, oh, is it the duty free?
Oh no. And look
Like,
at this
no.
was the name of it. You know, the Montreal airport, the initials are YUL, and it's Hurley's.
What is that?
Hurley's a
Oh,
Yule.
oh, nice. Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
That's
Hurley's of Montreal is what it is. Hurley's of Montreal. But look at that crest, man. I was like, this is
I love it.
a serious place. Right by my
But-
gate. It was so weird.
But now you know how I find these Irish pubs in every town that I go to. It's like as soon as Chip told me where he's staying, I go, da-da-da, and I was like, here's the Irish pub. Then here's one with good reviews next to you. It was like within like 2 minutes. I'm like, here you go. This is where you're going for dinner.
No, this is the kind of thing Jeff and I text each other about. So I let him know that I was having a couple beers and I was having the
Oh, yeah. Well,
at the airport, and I was like, he goes, where are you? I'm like, at the airport. I'm like, crazy, but it was actually a nice authentic pub. But Crypto Queen, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, Chip. I'm good.
Have
Yeah.
you been? What time is it there? I lost that whole
It's like 10:30 a.m.
in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me almost 2 weeks to get over that Australian sort of time zone. It was a slow
Brutal.
creep. Like
Brutal.
it was much better for Jeff and I going there, but coming back, man, it kicked my ass up and down. It was rough. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I like
Yeah.
going to Montreal. It was the same time zone. I was easy. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's the same time. Okay, it's good.
Yeah.
what is this? Matt saying he's about to quit his job today.
I know all
Mhm.
about this, by the way. So Matt's doing okay.
And
Matt's got something.
his future
Cool.
is crypto and precious metals.
That's right. He's got some cool stuff lined up. I don't know if he wants to admit it, say it publicly, but congratulations,
He
man.
just put it out there.
Congrats, man.
publicly.
Well, he just did, but he can share more. That is his future. Yeah, all Google Maps should have search result nearest Irish pub.
I agree. And nothing else. That's it.
That's all you need.
Food search, Irish pub. Boom, there you go. And you're there.
Mark said,
That's how
you
we
know,
found the one in Tambourine. We're going through. Matt's like, oh, we're just gonna drive through this small town, and we're zipping through. It's like, oh, there's an Irish pub. And we
we all
got
said at the same time. It was like a
Yeah.
choir of angels, like, oh, and we all just looked. It was like one of these
Yeah.
movies. You're like, an Irish pub. Should we go in? I think we should. And
Right.
next thing you know, we did. Look at Marek Smithson says, for me, it started with taking my girlfriend to a French restaurant in Flagstaff. Jackie in the box. Jacques in the box.
Jacques in the box.
Jacques in the
Oh,
box.
Jacques in the box. Oh boy. Mark,
Jacques in the box. Oh my god.
Mark is too
That's
funny,
too
man.
funny.
Too
That's
damn
funny.
funny.
So Chip, right before we got onto this other rant, we started talking about, so, there's all these different, we talked about one of them yesterday, these ideas proposals for the XRPL.
Right on.
So the newest proposal, and Panos brought it up, and then we started talking about it. This is the newest, it's 3 weeks old already, but options trading. They want to put options on the
Oh, boy.
XRPL, so they have more of like they want to have more use cases so people can hedge and have more financial derivative type trading solutions. And I was saying options will wreck somebody. They won't know what they're doing. They'll be wrecked.
Options are tough, man.
Zero.
You really have to know what you're doing for options. I don't know. It sounds
Which
like
is-
the new
Yeah, what we were
proposals
saying. Yeah.
are how to wreck people. Like let's put some new proposals up, but the one that not smart contracts. No.
No.
That we can't
I don't
do.
want smart contracts.
We can wreck people at a heartbeat. That sounds like something fun.
I like it. That's good. It's great. Just perfect. So we're saying we're in a speculative space, and now you want to put options into a speculative investment. We're already in that.
Look at this. Steve Willits, Aussie, says, who would have thought that Chip drinks beer? With that hairstyle, I would have thought he would drink fluffy ducks. Fluffy ducks? What the hell's wrong with you, man? I drink everything. Mostly
Options on the bridge.
Yeah, E for
Yeah.
rocket. What's going on?
So we want some options. On the bridge. So
Options
Chip, check
on the
this out.
bridge. What you got,
So
man?
Crypto Queen had put this up here. I kind of like this. I know we've all seen this before, but not everybody realizes it. The difference between Ripple and XRP.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like in Australia, we've got a couple of exchanges that are calling XRP Ripple still.
Still, like, get with it, times.
Still, yeah.
Did you send this to them?
No, but I shall. So we've got CoinSpot and
good.
Independent Reserve that are still calling XRP Ripple. Like that is actually misleading, right?
A lot. Very. I like this though because it's a nice, clean explanation.
Yeah, it's a good breakdown of it.
That's it.
Well, I saw David commented on something like that where he said, "Well, originally, remember they did call it what did it, ripples or something like that. The very early days."
Well, in the beginning, it was Ripple.
Yeah,
Wasn't it right? It was XRP, or they hadn't named it XRP yet, or no, was it Ripple, or they had the Ripple logo for XRP?
That's
Or was
what
it
it
was confusing in the
That's what it
beginning?
was. It was very, yeah, it was very, very
So here,
confusing.
super confusing. Where is that one? I know I have it. Oh, here is. You know what? Bill Morgan had put this on. Let me see. Is this one that we were just talking about, Crypto Queen? Let's see. The good old Australian exchange that still wrongly equates it.
Yes.
Oh, CoinSpot. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least they have a rocket ship, or is that just the graphic? Oh no, that's their whole thing. There it is, right there. What is XRP Ripple?
XRP Ripple. Jeez, that's messed up.
All aboard the CoinSpot rocket. Hey, isn't that the no?
That was at the Melbourne crypto convention. That was their fit out there. That's where that.
They got a whale lounge back there. Look at that. It's pretty cool. When was that? Is that recently?
No, that was last year.
All right. CoinSpot. I always felt like Australia was always a little bit further ahead with certain things. So a lot more going on.
Well, not in that sense. They're not, are they? They should.
Well, that's why now I'm second guessing it. I'm looking at this. Everything I always thought. They're still on the Ripple train. All right. What else do we have? Here's another one. So Chip, I brought this one up. I like this. I think this is spot on. This is so current. It's from like 3 years ago, but I think you're gonna like it.
Super current.
It's super current, but it was Ripple CEO says U.S. regulators claim that there is clarity in crypto is like that of an addict in denial.
There you go.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, here we go. And you know what's crazy about this is that we're 3 years on, and all this stuff is relevant. Like it's like nothing has changed. It's like we can have the exact same discussion 3 years on, and here it's exactly the same thing. SEC Chair Gary Gensler said this week it was clear cryptocurrencies fell into the regulator's territory. He's saying the same thing. This was 3 years ago. Wasn't somebody, you have all these tweets out there or X posts out there that are saying that there's going to be a settlement again. And if this was true 3 years ago, it's still true today. Gary Gensler hasn't changed his tune. This is what we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know, man. It's become so weird in the whole XRP community. It's like it's become forked. You know, you've got the people that are still plugging the R3s using XRP. It's XRP is going to be the reserve currency. What's the other big ones? Queen, jump in here. I mean, just there's a whole bunch of forget about the builder. It's all about Ripple. I was like, did you miss the lawsuit?
yeah.
It's not all about Ripple. It's about the decentralized asset known as XRP. So there's that fork going on where, you know, people are just, I don't know. It's, you know what it is? It's recycling narratives from 2018, 2017. They're still on that whole thing, which is weird to me. and the whole, and like ETHgate, like Stephen Adolph, he's the guy was like persecuted and locked up, and they had nothing on him. Like, so he's now suing big time. But the whole ETHgate thing, it's like you can get on it, but unless something's going to bubble up from the Justice Department or somebody else gets involved, what's really going to happen? You're just going to waste a lot of firepower, right? I mean, is anything going to happen? I don't know. The thing about lawsuit is you have discovery. Then a lot of things can happen there, right? Because then you can actually find documents and emails, and you can sniff some stuff out. So really not more about it's not so much about the actual lawsuit as it is digging down to what's really behind a lot of this. So I think that might be some of the strategy going on there. And what is it, Crypto Queen? What is he suing for? 8 billion or something like that? Or
He's actually suing for 9.6 billion.
1.6 billion. But it's like,
That's it.
That's pretty close. Did you guys see this thing? Let me know if you found this, if you saw this thing going on. Apparently there was a last night big rave going on. And let me see, I'm loading this video. Check this out. Let me know if you know who this is. Words of rave. There you go.
Come on.
Come on. That's ridiculous, isn't it?
That is pretty ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. That is the dumbest thing ever. And here's what's really funny is I like the people that comment on this stuff. So you had Neil Hartner, who works on the ODL. He's a developer over there at Ripple. He said, to anyone who thinks this is fake AI generated, yes, the crowd is fake, but the rest, including David, 100% real. So, I don't know if I believe that. I'm sorry, Neil. Neil is a funny guy, though. I love his sense of humor. He's a funny dude.
It's very funny.
What happened? There we go. Wrong button, Jeff.
It's very funny.
The wrong button, Jeff.
Wrong button.
Let me just go. Can I go a little bit off topic here?
Let's go completely off topic.
That's what I like to do. I'm going to pose this. This is going in cold. This is for Crypto Queen right here. Choose one of these. It just came up on my feed. This is how we do things here. So choose one: Zeppelin, Queen, Scorpions, or Rush.
Queen.
Oh, that was fast.
That was good, Jeff. What do you got?
I'm gonna go probably with Zeppelin.
There you go. Since I've already seen Queen live in Toronto, by the way, I am going to go with Zeppelin, but I've seen Rush too. Scorpions, I haven't seen. I put a next post about the Scorpions. I don't know, maybe a week ago. Now I've never seen him, and I was lamenting about that, but I still might have to want to see Zeppelin. I was supposed to see Zeppelin and then John Bonham, and then that's how it works.
Yes.
All right, that was quick.
Look at that, Mark. Crazy dip yesterday. Bought some Pringles.
Pringles. Okay.
E4 Rock and say, is it just me, or are the recycle narratives shaking bags as we speak? Man, we started this whole thing. We talked a little bit about the tensions over with Iran right now, and all the missiles, the rise in gas prices that we're going to see here imminently. And then also the tank in the crypto market, the intersect, the global politics impacting things. That's how we started. It was so perfect.
Yeah, they are the recycled ones. Absolutely. Look at this. Steve says a Scorpion.
Here's something that's going to be a little bit shocking. Here, of all the crypto assets, which one do you not expect to be on a winning streak?
Do I not expect?
Not expect.
Maybe you wouldn't talk about it.
A meme?
Is this a trick question?
No. Just of a crypto asset. What's the one crypto asset that always shows up on the news?
Oh, Litecoin. Of course, Litecoin.
For whatever reason, right? It's always Bitcoin, Litecoin,
still
Ethereum,
around?
and then XRP.
God.
It is still around. I still hold a bunch of Litecoin from back in the day.
Do you really?
But yeah, I do. I never got rid of it. I just put it onto my ledger thing and haven't touched it. Look at that. Litecoin extends winning streak. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Got this whole graphic that's coming from Litecoin. Litecoin beats Bitcoin. Here's what it means for its $100 price target.
Well,
Litecoin. It's exciting, right?
I don't know.
I still have a bit of Litecoin too, sitting on a cold storage as well.
Litecoin is the
have none.
silver to Bitcoin's gold.
Yeah.
I never purchased it. I don't have it. I don't own it.
You ever purchased Litecoin?
No, I was never
Litecoin was
interested.
the silver.
I didn't care about it. It's no interest in me.
When I first started getting crypto assets, it was Bitcoin, Litecoin, and XRP. Somehow Ethereum factored in there too. But those were like the top coins at the time, the top assets. So you had to like mix it up. And then since I was buying XRP, I had to offset it with XLM.
Yeah,
So I still have a lot of XLM sitting over there on a cold storage.
I bought XLM because I was a Bitcoin maxi back in the day. I was told it was the non-bankers coin. It's decentralized, not a Ripple coin.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Jeff, look at this. You have this right here. Coin-based derivatives become the first CFTC-regulated futures exchange to offer margined BCH, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin futures. Doge futures are set to launch on April 29th. Read more about it. And they got this little article about it. Interesting. Speaking of Litecoin, but are those two weird ones?
More
Jeff?
derivatives. It's faster than Bitcoin.
Would
Bitcoin Cash. Come on. Why Bitcoin Cash though?
Why Litecoin?
Oh,
Like
and Litecoin. Oh yeah, that was the other thing.
But it's
Coinbase with their derivatives. That's right.
It's obscure though. It's
And
so
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin. Doge.
Oh yeah, there it is. The Doge.
Doge.
Doge there. Yeah, Doge. Bitcoin
At least
Cash.
they could get some Shiba
Litecoin.
futures.
Shiba.
Yeah, if we're gonna do futures, let's do some Shiba.
That last crash, I just saw one dude one dude said he didn't have $1,000 in his bank account, but he had over $1 million on Binance, and he got liquidated. And if you play with fire, man, you are going to get burned badly.
That's why you can't. You just gotta. I don't know why people play the game, but maybe he made his million that way. I don't know. I just find it.
It was broke.
Yeah. It's a fast way up and a fast way down.
Look, I mean, people have gotten hurt that way, but if that's when you play with house money, you make a little gain. That's the money you play with, right? We say it over and time again. It's what you can afford to lose. Now, technically, nobody can afford to lose anything. Let's face it, right? You don't want to lose anything. It's like, but if you're playing with house money, you make a gain, you make a significant gain. You make 5x. Okay, you have your original investment. You take maybe half of that. Maybe that's what you play with a little bit. But otherwise, you're just at the casino putting it all back into the machine. And at some point, that machine doesn't kick anything out. You get liquidated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Yep.
That is true.
Says, yep. Are you speaking? Is that a yep from experience? You're like, yep.
Yep.
I've given profits away.
Yep.
I've rode the market down to zero.
Yeah.
Write it down. Yeah. Evening Rye Guy finally showed up.
When you grab a stock and you just sit on it and you're like, I'm going to ride this thing all the way to the bottom.
The first crypto
just know.
1990. That was popular, eCash back in the day. Everybody wanted eCash.
Here's another one right here. Is blockchain backer put this up here, this graphic. Double tap, bull flag breakout, violent backrest, V bottom. I don't know what any of that just said.
I was going to say, what does that even mean?
It has something to do with this big line right here that goes straight down to this yellow box.
That's what it means.
What's that?
It means you're effed.
You're effed, right?
That's about what it means.
I wish I remember any of that stuff that he's talking about, but it put us back to like a what are we in now? April? It puts us back to a price point back in end of February. That's what it means.
It's it's almost like a rap too. It's like double tap, bull flag, breakout, violent back test, double tap, bull frog, breakout, diamond. It's got a little cadence to it.
It does have a little cadence. You're right.
Flag, breakout, violent breast, violent back test. I like the regular back test. I don't like the violent ones. It seem a little bit hard.
Yeah. I don't know why it has to be violent.
I haven't heard any of that stuff. I don't know any of that TA stuff. I
But
don't
Chip,
understand.
this is Crypto Queen. That's pretty violent. Would you guys agree? If you're going from here to here, that's
But it has
violent.
a nice little yellow box around it, though.
That's
Doesn't look
true.
like-
But
doesn't look
that's the V bottom.
That's the V bottom right there. Yeah. Well, the V indicates that it's going to go back up at some point. Yeah.
I don't know. There's a cup with handle.
Cryptos
That's what
in
I
the
remember.
house.
No, I'm kidding.
Good night. He's saying, I think.
You get a double bounce. There you bounce off the
Oh, look at
whatever
this, dude.
line.
Steve Willis. I bought some
Don't listen to
Luna
us.
with my Litecoin. I never bought Luna either.
Yeah, I never bought Luna either.
I don't remember that one. Is that still around?
No,
Okay, that's why.
I don't think so.
No, I never bought it.
Could've
I
been.
never bought that.
Look at this right here. Got the root beer schnapps ready for the halving. Time to get hammered. Not on that, Mark, please. Not the root beer schnapps. That's going to be you want to talk about violent bottom? That's going to be horrible. You'd be tossing for days, my man. You'd be on struggle street for at least 2.5 days.
That's funny.
You got that shout out. Megan's like, Crypto Queen. Big old shout out to Megan. There we go. Terra 2.0 was top for developer activity this past quarter. Q1 report dropping this week. Yeah, Apex Crypto, if you guys are following him, go ahead and drop your Twitter in there, your X. But Apex puts out these cool reports showing the development that's actually happening by chain. And that was one of those things where he said, I wonder if anyone's doing this. He was asking around, seeing if anyone's doing it. There was some of that, but not in the way he's doing it, though. So he drops these reports that are pretty cool. You want to check it out. So it's interesting. Terra 2.0 is top developer activity. Are you saying that beat out Solana? Where did Solana come in the mix there, Apex?
Yeah, and Solana's
Curious where they
really great too. Can you
saw
pull
a lot
that
of-
up? Apex has you have that up there? Is that a link on your Twitter?
Let me see. Yeah, let me go. I'll pull it up here.
And then E4 Rockin said bait on Flare Finance has Litecoin as an F asset. That's interesting.
Oh, cool.
Litecoin still has functionality. It's still out there. Who is the guy behind Litecoin? Why can't I remember his name? That guy took a big exit, and then he started selling T-shirts.
Smartest guy in crypto ever left and said sayonara.
I don't think we ever heard from him again. What was that guy's name? Does anybody remember? It was Lee something. That's right.
Harry.
Was it Harry Lee?
I don't know.
Somebody throw it in there. Someone remembers the guy from Litecoin.
Charlie
And has
Lee.
he
Charlie Lee. There you go.
Has he has he launched any other projects since his exit?
Wait,
other than T-shirts?
Where did you tap me
I
on
don't
that?
remember.
See, I don't see anything there. Apex.
Sol was number 28 for this past quarter. Look at that.
Send me
How do you find that?
Send me a DM.
Pull that up.
He has that out yet.
That's really interesting.
28. That's surprising.
Man.
That's surprising, man. I did not know that.
There he's gonna DM you.
Wait,
you can pull that up real quick.
What was number one? What was number one? He's gonna DM it to me. Okay, good.
Number one. Well, we'll find out.
That's incredible.
That's
Solana would have been ranked much higher than that.
So Charlie Lee is Satoshi Light.
How much did he exit with? What was his?
I was pretty smart. That guy was really smart.
He really was.
Yeah.
He just got people like said whatever, and it's like, hey man, you got out.
Yeah.
Net worth. Let's see.
And he went to MIT in 2000. Guy's smart. Guy's brilliant.
He said he suggested Litecoin was trading approximately at $373 per coin at the top of Lee's sales, which resulted in a turnover of $300 million. Where was his career?
Big. He walked away. That's not Charlie Lee. It's a different Charlie Lee. How do I end up pulling up the wrong Charlie Lee? There we go. Oh, here we go.
The Litecoin in there.
Here's for this from April of 2023. His net worth would be around 300 million.
It's pretty good, man. Unless he sold some of those bags. I don't know. Let's see. Here we go.
It left at the right time.
Okay, so this. All right.
Oh man, that was crazy.
So here we go. Let me throw this up there. It's not live yet, guys. So we're just throwing some. So there we go. Global.
Oh yeah. Oh nice. That's right.
This is the report. Summary, key terms, active development, which is any contributors, at least one commit.
There we go.
During a particular blockchain, an active project is any project listed with an official open source blockchain organization. There we go. Let's see. What do we have here for us? Blockchain, Apex. Let's see what we got. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Well, there you go. There's the top 5. Ethereum, Polkadot. Polkadot makes sense. I don't know Near Protocol. Binance Smart Chain. That makes sense too. BNB. And Cosmos. That's surprising.
Oh, he's still there.
Interesting.
I would have expected to have seen Solana on there, actually.
What was Solana? Was number 24?
Look at Cosmos, though. I'm kind of surprised. I haven't really heard a lot about Cosmos in a while. But Filecoin, yeah, I can see that. Solana was actually 7. 7 there. I've heard a lot about Internet Computer coming, ICPs coming, doing a lot of stuff there. Osmosis, Celestia. Don't even know that. Do you guys know Osmosis or Celestia?
Yeah, I know about Celestia.
Never heard of Celestia.
I've not even heard of that.
I know ICP.
I know ICP
Filecoin and Solana.
Yeah, I know ICP.
Interesting. Of course, Avalanche.
Yeah.
Uniswap.
Stellar.
Immutable Polygon. Yeah, there's some Lido DAO. Interesting. Man. And here's
the rest. All right, here we go. Oh man, IOTA.
Look at Cardano.
I sold IOTA at the top. That was a good one back in the day.
I remember IOTA, yeah.
I can't believe it's still around.
I have I have an IOTA amount of IOTA. Actually, I really do, because Coinbase was giving away answer these 3, and now I have just an IOTA, so just a little bit. V chains in there, EOS. How about EOS? That was another one that's still there.
Is that one still around too?
Check out Arweave.
Man, what V chain? Where's Arweave?
Arweave's number 45.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what we use for our NFTs.
The NFTs, yeah. It's a pretty good platform, actually.
Monero, Gnosis.
There's XRP.
37.
Number 37.
Jeez. Where's that sound effect, Jeff? Go ahead and put that in there.
Holy shit. Like, let's not do that. That's a bad idea.
Sure is, Brad. So thank you for sharing this with us. Really, Avi. There it is, Avi. There, Sai, Sue. Axie Infinity was rocking for a while. And this is an interesting list, man. XTC. Check out XTC, man.
Where's that one?
Tied for number 64. It's right here.
64.
Tied for 64. So that's a feature of the Mac, Jeff. You see, if you just shake your cursor, you get the big arrow, so you can see where it is in the screen.
So if you do that, you can do that, and then you can do hand signals, and you get balloons.
Yeah, I turned that. I think I might have turned that off. I don't know if I turned it off.
Queen.
I know I turned it off on your computer.
Microsoft or Apple product.
I was getting into a really important point at a work, and I did this, and the balloons went. It was really inappropriate. So here it's like fun, but I think I turned it off here. But look at Tezos, man. Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin doesn't really matter.
Have a look where Flare is. Flare, 81.
Wow,
what are we looking at, by the way? What is this list, Chip?
These are the top projects by
projects.
At least one commit or active development. So this is the developer list that tells you what
Helium is at 69.
Because you can kind of see what's going on with some projects. And if we go back up here it is right here, the blockchain builders report. And right here, the key terms which we're looking for right there. Active developer. Any individual contributors had at least one commit within a particular blockchain project within a particular quarter, or an active project, any project listed with an official page, open source blockchain organization with at least one commit. That's commits to the code. So GitHub or whatever, get you're checking out there, and then there you go. So there's the quarters right there. And this is coming out, Apex, I guess. This is coming out. Did you drop your link in there? Okay, so hang on a second. Let's go here with some commentary. This is only the top 100 tokens by MC.
Market cap.
Anything outside the top 100 by market cap as of November 2023 was not included. Q1 report includes the top 200 by market cap as of the end of February. Interesting.
Wow.
Cool. Well, thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
Go follow Apex. Apex, drop your X handle there, your Twitter handle.
Drop it
in there, and you guys should follow Apex. He does great commentary as well. He's also been a guest on the show before, so one active member of the community. So it's a good guy.
Yeah, that's a really great list.
Cool list, man.
I like it.
That's a pretty cool list.
Charlie Lee was probably on it.
Charlie Lee made 0 commits. His only commit was like selling out. That was it. That was the major commit. Boom.
As of March 2022, he was still managing director at the Litecoin Foundation. But that was like 2 years ago. Nothing new. There's like no update anywhere. No Investopedia updates.
There it is, guys. Go ahead and click on that. You're going to want to follow Apex. You're going to want to take a look at this report. He's doing a lot of work around that. You got to check it out, guys. Also has a YouTube channel and shares commentary, and also very, very succinct commentary he'll share in his X post as well. So I highly recommend it. I've certainly reposted a bunch of them. So
yeah.
Legendary was just thinking of you during this discussion. Legendary comes in the house. Well, that's it, guys.
Legendary shows up. They
Shows
just roll in.
It's an hour in,
Roll
man.
in.
We got to end. I gotta rock out of here.
Man, we're just kind of talking.
Just warming up.
We're just
That's the problem, Crypto Queen. It just like right around the hour marks when you start getting those, sea legs start wearing off. You start like feeling like what you're doing, and
gonna get it figured out. That's how we go off topic. Just bring up topics.
That's exactly how it works.
Fill in the space.
And then everything
Really
you talk about none of it. But that's
well, actually, we did get through a lot of it, which is pretty good.
Yeah, we actually did this time get through quite a bit. We did have, the BRICS summit is in DC this week from the 16th.
What is?
of April. The BRICS summit.
Right.
And
Never heard of it. I don't know what you're
and
talking
we've
about.
got a vote for John Deaton for Senate.
Yes. Go vote for John Deaton. No. Go support him. If you're in the U.S., go support John Deaton. He's going to crush Elizabeth Warren. Crush.
Yeah,
So I think you put something in with Lizzie.
There it is,
Lizzie
right there.
who? There it is. Hold
Are
that
you
up.
talking about the BRICS Summit?
That's it.
This is dedicated to how we nurture coming up talent as it pertains to unrepresented groups who have an interest
I think that
becoming
was March 15th. We just missed it. That was a month ago.
That's the wrong one then.
That's the wrong one.
Yes, there's another one. BRIC.
Oh, yeah, the
BRIC. BRIC Summit in DC. I got the link right here. Here we go. It's not in DC. It's in Russia. It's in October. Oh, no. Sorry.
No, if you scroll down, the second meeting of the
yeah,
BRICS
there's another one.
of Finance
Here we
and
go.
Central Bank Governors, the 16th to the 19th of April
There we
in
go.
Washington, D.C.
There we go. Let's post this one. Here we go. Do you got it? I got it.
Oh,
Here it is. BRICS 2024 over in Russia. October, if you guys want to attend. But they have the second meeting of the BRICS Deputy Ministers of Finance and Central Bank Governors. Why are they doing it in D.C.?
First of all, Jeff, let's get this straight. Central banks have destroyed sovereignty, and they've just destroyed everything. They're dead instruments. They're garbage. Destroy them. Anything with the central bank, get rid of it. It worked out well for Gaddafi. When he got rid of the central bank, look what happened to him. Dead. Muerte.
Well, why BRICS? Why is BRICS meeting?
BRICS is useless
in our country.
It's a useless thing. It's a useless
coming to the U.S. That makes no sense. I don't understand why they're having
anything. They're not going to use a currency. They don't want to use their own currency. It's just a big show thing, Jeff.
You think it's another narrative, Chip?
What's that?
You think it's another narrative?
It's a narrative.
Like, look over here while we've got this going on over here.
Sounds like you already know what it's about, Crypto Queen.
Yeah.
So you've already read between the lines there. Yeah, it's like, that's exactly what it is. It's not any traction. They can't agree on anything, those BRICS nations, right? I mean,
nothing. It doesn't.
What they really want to come down to is they want to use anything that's Chinese. That's what they're going to try to push everybody into.
They actually just made a statement, and it was coming from somewhere within the BRICS, how the Chinese yuan is now surpassing the dollar.
Megan says she's Russian speaking and can tell you that if this is valid info. Go ahead. Give us the skinny.
Is it valid?
I don't know.
There's nothing in Russian. It's That's
I don't know
a
what it is.
post.
I don't know what it is, but anyway,
It's
nice
an
and
image. Someone posted an image of a calendar for
good.
BRICS
Anyway,
2024. I don't know why that's
you
right.
guys finish up. I gotta
We're out. We're done. We can wrap.
get out of
So
here.
we can wrap it up. We've been going for an hour. Appreciate everybody coming on. We did cover a good host of topics. Crypto Queen, appreciate you coming on again. It was really awesome having you here. And
Your next space. Talk about your next space.
yeah, when's your next space?
Oh, I've got to confirm, but I have a special edition tomorrow.
There you go.
And then Wednesday, I've got a nice project that's built on the XRPL. Or Wednesday morning for me, Tuesday for you guys, called Green Zone. So I'll be interviewing you. Yeah.
Sweet.
So guys, go ahead and if you're not following Crypto Queen, please follow her on X. You're going to want to check out her spaces. They're very informative, covering some really unique stuff. Jeff and I were on there last week. Jeff was mostly on there. I kind of popped in at the last minute, but anyway, it's good. I recommend you guys follow her if you're not. And
Yeah, do you want to throw in your Twitter so
Yeah,
people can follow and make sure they log in to your spaces, which would be really great. Yeah, be great to hear about that project. I like how you're bringing all these different projects on. I think that's extremely helpful for everyone to see. And as Alchemist said, in summary, buy Bitcoin.
That's right. He's right. He's not wrong. Yeah, it's on sale, so I would buy it. There you go.
Buy it now. And there you go. Crypto Queen _555. Crypto Queen _555. Not to be, you had an imposter that came on. We've all had imposters rolling around.
Or click
and
that
you had
link.
yours removed.
Click right on that link and go follow.
Your imposter was gone fast.
Let's get her over.
Came and went.
Yeah, they were gone fast. But it's interesting how I've seen James Rule has like 11 imposters. Zach Rector has about 9 imposters, or impersonators, if you like to call them that. But how they just duplicate so fast. Anyway, thank you guys for having me on. It's been an absolute pleasure. Good to see you back on, Chip and Jeff.
Yeah, and we are going to be streaming again Wednesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then back again Saturday at 8 a.m. and again Sunday at 8 p.m. Appreciate everybody for joining us here on YouTube, X, Rumble, and typically there's one viewer over on Twitch. We always rely on him to uphold Twitch, and I'm looking. I don't know what happened. I don't know where he is.
Bailed.
Have some words.
I bailed.
With that,
when all else goes wrong, Jeff, there's always this. That happened during a live stream where it just froze up and we. Fantastic.
It was perfect.
And then
Especially since we're like in a vertical.
The usual, sir.
Please. Please.
Someone say cassettes.
All right. Someone said cassettes. All right.
Crypto Coin. We used to play all sorts of fun things like that.
Please buy Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Alchemist is right way more often than we would think he would be. He's always making these good points. Look at this. Jeff. Look at Jeff. I always like when they spell your name. Yeah, Jeff's imposter.
Jeff has hair.
Yeah.
How do you know I'm not the imposter?
So there you go. There you have it. Here's a shiny head. That's it, guys. We're out here.
489 XRP Vegas.
There you go, baby.
We're almost there.
Crypto Queen, good to see you guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. Chip, Jeff, and Crypto Queen, we are out. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.